Hello. So today I'm gonna talk about how I study. So I study by first of all going to class, almost all the class, and then on the PowerPoint or PDF from professor, I will circle all the important points or write down some key points. I don't type. I use tablet, so I don't type a lot of notes. I just write down with my stylus important points. And then after that, I got home and I used the computer to compile my notes. And after compiling my notes for the day, I would over the weekend I would compile them into a super high yield note form like these. So as you can see, these are like all the points that are super important and organized by lecture topics. And before the test, I would read over them and highlight in yellow first. You can see yellow. And then the second time, I would do so like even closer to the test, and I highlight in orange. And on the test day or like right before the test, I would just read over the orange part. And if I have time, like if I get a chance to read more than twice or three times, I would use even red stars, like to point out like super key point that things that is hard for me to remember. Yep. So here are my super high yield notes. So I put together like histology slides with like image relevant images or diagrams, stuff like that. And so instead of going through like the original PowerPoint or PDF the professor give you, which are like 50 to 100 slides per lecture, this way I can organize my notes into a very concise way, usually around 20 to 40 pages, depends on number of weeks the course run, I mean the block runs. And that way I get to focus all my time, just study things that I don't know. So in the notes I will only put in things that I don't know. So, and then second time, of course, the highlight part is just things that I forget. So as the more time I pass through these info, the more familiar I will get with the things that I don't know. So I think it's a good way to help memorize especially when there's like so much material per block in school. Like for example, there's like over 40 pages of notes here already for pathology and maybe 8 pages for infectious disease microbiology and pharmacology, 4 pages, clinical diagnosis. Yeah, so give it a try if you haven't heard of this method of study. Bye. So this is my normal study computer. So I will use dual monitor. Big one is like 24-inch. You see blood smears. And small one is usually for like reference or Wikipedia or just chatting screen. And I have two cell phone here, stack here, and I have a fan here that's keeping me cool. And I have a speaker, see, for music, of course. Study with music is a must. Yep. And sometime I would go on the bed and study. Yep. But mostly I compile my notes here. So this is my favorite position to study. Lie on my bed next to the window with good view, and I have this music playing in the background, and the tablet is mounted to the wall, so I get like instant access to Wikipedia or WebMD. Yep. And I have my clipboard from first year anatomy, and I just highlight on here. Yay. So this is my new favorite place to study. It's air mattress in the living room. Super comfy. roll over like this. Like that. Yeah. So I also study here from time to time. This is our dining table. Yep. That's good natural lighting and a change of environment from my study room. And of course I have my buddy Buggy with me. Yep. And I can get all the food I want here. Yeah. Just occasionally on weekend I would do this. Most of the time I study on my bed or on the computer.